Hey guys, I'm back here today, and I have an album review for you guys. This will be the about Decapitation's newest record, which is the Anthropocene Extinction, which was leaked and streaming on Loudwire's website. And my excitement got the best of me. I went on Loudwire's website and listened to it. I have been listening to this album all goddamn morning long. It's just, I'm going to give you some little bit of info on the album. This is their 7th album. This album is off of Metal Bay Records. The lineup is Travis Ryan on vocals, Josh Elmore on guitar, and Derek Engelman on bass, and Dave McGraw on drums. There's 12 tracks, and their estimate clocks in about 46 minutes long. And this will be their follow-up album from Monolith of Inhumanity. This is probably one of the most anticipated albums of the year. It's been getting a lot of hype. A lot of people are excited for it. I've listened to this album a couple times this morning when I streamed it off Loudwire. And all I gotta say is, man, this is probably gonna live up to the hype. No, this album lives more than up from the hype, because this album was just incredible. Every single track that was on this album just stuck out to me. But like it features some guest vocalists on this album. Phil Anselmo did vocals on The Prophets of Loss, which was a great hard-hitting track that I loved. And also Plague Bearer, which features a doom metal band, a one-man doom metal band from San Diego called Author and Punisher, which is a pretty good band you should check out. And this, I'm going to go track for track right now. The first one is Manufactured Extinct. This was one of the singles they released for this upcoming album, which is being released Friday. This was just amazing track, 5 out of 5 all the way. The second track, which is The Prophet's Loss, that features Phil Anselmo. You know Phil Anselmo from, Down, Pantera, Housecore Records, Superjoint Ritual, all that. Awesome in-your-face track. Plague Bearer, which features like the one-man doom metal band, Author and Punisher. Heavy melodic track. And my favorite track off this album is track number 4, which is Clandestine Ways, Crocodile Rot. God damn, that track was a huge eargasm. I hate to sound disgusting, but that was just a fucking awesome track. Circo Inhumanitas, another excellent hard-hitting track, like blast beats galore, like every single track that's on this album. Then you run into The Burden of 7 Billion, which is an instrumental track that sets kind of an eerie, dark atmosphere, which I enjoy. But this whole album kind of sets a very dark atmosphere because it deals with I don't really remember, but anyway, but it's still a great track, great instrumental track. Then you run into Mammals in Babylon, which was fucking grindcore-esque, very well done track, awesome track. Mutual Assured Destruction. This was the shortest track off. Well, no, it's not, but Mutual Assured Destruction is one of the shortest tracks that's on this album. It's short, but it's still a memorable album. I mean, this was a great track too. Not Suitable for Life, another fantastic hard-hitting track on here. Apex Blasphemy. This is another track that stood out to me. This was the track that Travis Ryan's vocals were more haunting, and like with The Prophets of Loss and Apex Blasphemy, these tracks had some black metal influence in them that I sensed in the guitar work on Josh Elmo's guitar work. Then Ave Excidium, it's an acoustic song. kind of calms you down because this is such a chaotic album. It's an acoustic track. It's eerie. It's a very eerie track. I give this a 4 out of 5. Then you run to the last track, which is a devastating track. This is Pacific Rim. It's devastating. The choruses are just, very breathtaking in my opinion, and an excellent closing track. I mean, overall on this album just hits you in the fucking face for a good 45 minutes. I mean, Travis Ryan's vocals are so signature and unique that his cleans on this album just fits with the album perfectly. I mean, in my opinion, he's one of my favorite death metal vocalists currently at the moment. I mean, he's just a fucking fantastic vocalist. Then Josh Elmore's guitars, they're frantic yet memorable, and he does a couple solos on this album, and they were just very well done and had a lot of thought put into the guitar work on this album. And then, like I said before, on like tracks like the Prophets of Loss and Apex Blasphemy, you can tell the guitar work, there is some black metal influence on this album. They experimented a little bit more, and they succeeded in experimenting a little bit more on this album. The mixing was great on this album. Derek's bass was audible and very pummeling and frantic. The mixing was well done on this album. Bass was audible. It sounded fucking great. And Derek's bass was just fantastic on this album. Then you run into Dave McGraw's drums that are just skull-crushing, double bass blast beats galore. His drum work was just fucking awesome. His bass drums sounded really, really good on this album. I mean, the production on this album was not too polished. It was perfect for the production, in my opinion. Overall, this album just rips you to shreds. And this is just one of those albums that, it shows that death metal is still alive and well and doing better than ever. I mean, this was one of the greatest releases of this year, but if not, this decade. I mean, this album definitely will stand out in, Cal Decapitation's discography. But I don't know why, but Cal Decapitation to me just seems like one of those bands that just gets better with age. Like, you got like Humanure, which was, To Serve Man, which was a good album, pretty good in my opinion. Humanure, which was just fucking fantastic. Karma Bloody Karma, which was another fantastic album. The Harvestful, they just got better. It was a fucking great album. Monolith and Humanity was just incredible. And then the Anthropocene Extinction, which was just fucking mind-blowing. This album was just fucking fantastic. I mean, even though Monolith of Inhumanity was a great album in my opinion, but this album stepped up from that. I don't know how it did, but it stepped up from the last album. This album definitely stands out as one of my favorite death metal albums of all time. I cannot wait to pick this album up and add it to my collection, because this album deserves a rightful spot in my collection. But overall, I'd give this album a 97 out of 100. Cal Decapitation did another fantastic fucking job on this album. I mean, I really, really did enjoy it. I can't wait to see these guys soon in September when they're going on another North American tour. But yeah, this right now is currently number 1 of my top albums of 2015, because this album was just goddamn so good. This album definitely lives up to the hype. Alright, that was my review of the newest Cal Decapitation. Cannot wait to pick this album up when it comes out. Like, comment, subscribe if you want, and as always, stay brutal, keep it metal.